Good. Should be coming up. Fantastic. Cool. Okay, so yes, everybody, welcome to Frenzy Comedy. Yes, Frenzy Comedy, new material now. Ooh, we are here, we're streaming. Yeah, another Thursday. It's very cool. We've got acts, comedians from all different areas of the UK and sometimes the world. Who knows? It's a bit of a mixture. So we've got a mixture, yeah, which is really fun. We're going to be playing with new material and things like that. So what we'll do is we're going to sort of introduce the act as well. Doing
Yes, we are here. We're streaming another Thursday. It's very cool. We've got.
Okay, guys. Has anyone just really quickly? Has anyone got their YouTube on?
UK and sometimes the world. Who knows?
No.
So we've got a mixture, yeah, which is really fun. We're going to be playing with new material and things like that. So
It's coming
what
from
we'll
you,
do
Charlie.
is we're going to introduce.
Anyone got their, just really quickly, has anyone got their YouTube on? So if we cancel the background pages on YouTube, then it won't echo as much, we won't hear it. I mean, you know, as much as I love hearing the sound of my own voice, there we go. Thank you for that. So that's really cool. It's really exciting to have new acts, trying new material. I don't really ask much for the acts as long as they have fun and just don't get naked. I know. Crazy. Something I have learned in the UK is, you know, when it hits April or we have one hot day, that's it. Everyone just wants to strip off. With or without their beach bodies, and really, it's like lockdown bodies now, isn't it? So we're just getting used to that. The new going out, well, we were just talking about earlier, what is there to do sort of out there now? And it's very new experience going out. I've really kind of, in a way, I'm quite glad because finally we're moving out of lockdown. It means I can start using my diary again. Yeah, I know. I can start putting things in. Not that many things in. I think if anything, they should charge half price for diaries because majority of my diary has got nothing in it. Have diaries for putting in our going out to the pub to meet our mates, isn't it? You know, we can have a look in the diary and be like, oh, I'm going to go for a quick catch up with my mate in 2 weeks. Yeah, that's cool. And maybe in May, I've got another catch up with a friend. Not until May. But guess what? 2 appointments in May. That's right. 2 times going to the pub. Yes. June. June for me is pretty empty at the moment. There is nothing going on. No appointments at all. Hey, Sally Louise, good to see you. So there's no pub appointments there. July is looking a little busier, guys. July, end of July, going out for a Sunday lunch with some friends. That's nice.
What are you going to wear?
Feeling busy. Way forward. And now when I go out, I don't know about you guys, but going out for myself, if I'm going to go shopping and things like that, I now pack my bag as if I'm going out to, let's put it this way, as if I'm going on a long train journey. Yeah. I'll pack a book. I'll pack a good book, my headphones, maybe a cheeky bottle of wine, you know, just so I'm ready to be standing in the queue for hours. Yeah. Going out like I prepare going for a long in pubs. We can't really socialize as much, only in our bubble. So I think the new going out and meeting people, the new place to go is queues. I think queues are big. They are. You never know who you're gonna meet. You know, no one's gonna tell you off. You can bring your own bottle of wine. And hell, some queues, some places stay open until 10 o'clock. So that's a good few hours, isn't it? You never know who you're gonna meet. So that's something sort of
showbiz.
I think they should also, I don't know about you guys, do you think they should do an app as well for like what queues are around your area? You know, for clothes, if you want to meet men, you know, you sort of go, this is a unisex shop. Yeah, now I'm gonna meet some men here. Or if you want to meet people who like games like you, oh, game store. I'm gonna stand in the queue for a game store. This is, this is the new life we're living in. I did go in the shop earlier, finally, after socializing outside. And it's nice to have that space. But I don't know about you guys. I just kind of felt eyes on me, And I was looking around, looking at these clothes, and I just thought, I don't really want to take too long because I could feel people's eyes from outside the shop looking inside, going, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. I felt some kind of pressure. Anyway, that's my little rant of new material. It's going to work. Hi, Louise. How's it going? Good to see you. Looking fab. How's your day been? Good? Fantastic. Good. Lovely. Joy. So, how are we feeling in the Zoom room? Are we feeling chilled? Cool, ready? Right. Okay, cool. Our boy's looking amazing. Who's on first? So let's have a round of applause in the Zoom room for our first act for Del Boy Maliki.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Lovely to see you guys and new face I've never seen before. I kind of like comedy's helped me through so many things. And so just seeing new faces even, it's like, oh, yeah, it's kind of like the industry's just moving and moving. And, I was with my partner for about, 17 years. And we broke up this weekend. And I'm kind of like doing this gig to help me through it, sad as it sounds, but comedy's done so much for me. And I just want to quickly leave a positive memory of my partner, because I could think of something, bad, but we all do things bad, So I just want to keep putting out positivity and easing the process. And so, she used to work in a bakery, and she'd come home, specially made, still warm, like cakes. And she was lovely, but just too needy though.
Hey.
Come on. The party started. I'm going to do some of my panto material because I only got to do it once. So are you ready for my panto material?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you're not.
Oh.
The standard just keeps staying the same. My second panto joke. Where is the best of my comedy career? It's not to the left of me, and it's certainly not in front of me.
Oh yes, it is.
How dare you? How very dare you? So that's my. Oh, sorry, I got a phone call. Who's that? Beyonce, the famous A-lister. What are we doing? Chips. Oh yeah. But Anna, do you want chips?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want chips. Anyone else want chips?
Yeah.
Yeah. So other people want chips as well. Yeah, put gravy on it. If you like, you can put an onion ring on it. No. The fork's in the first drawer. That's why I keep on. Sorry, I just got a phone call. Is everyone still there? You hear me?
Yeah.
I like playing hide and seek, but I was playing with this boxer and he was rubbish. Eventually I just had to say, Amir Khan. Right, I know what you're thinking. You're blaming me for the quality of these jokes. That's fair enough. So this next one, you shout out a topic and I'll make a joke about it. If you shout out a decent topic, something, fun, then we can share the responsibility of how well this is going to go. So it's on you. It's on you. After 3, 1, 2, 3, go.
Cheese.
Did you unmute it?
I heard someone say snooker. Let me try and think of a snooker joke. Sorry, I do apologize. Which snooker player hates wet chicken?
I don't know.
Stephen Hendry. Stephen Hendry, the famous snooker player. Right, this is all new stuff, so I'm not doing very well here. But I'm gonna do some of my old stuff where I can kind of like be a bit more funny. Who likes 70s comedy?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm a 60s comedy expert. And I want to do 60s comedy. And I'm fed up with you coming to all my gigs at the front. And rather than keeping quiet when I want to do my 60s stuff, here you go, 70s. I'm 70s. You could think of a 70s joke that was the same length as the 60s one, still get a laugh, and I ruin my career of a 60s comedian. I've forgotten the joke now. Hello? I'm trying to be a successful comedian. Don't bother me with these phone calls to my fingers. Yeah. Oh, it's these guys again. Yeah, you're knocking on the door in the morning, bothering people. I know you're right. You tell me all these faults every time. Stop bothering me. Blooming Jehovah's Witnesses. I'm going. That laugh then sounded like, oh my God. So I'm going out later with the guys from the decorating firm. We're just waiting for Matt to finish.
Oh.
4 robots walked past my restaurant the other day. Now I'm hearing groans. My work here is done. 4 robots walked past my restaurant, didn't buy any food. I was furious. The chef came out to calm me down. He said, don't worry, those are not the droids you're cooking for.
Oh.
I'm going to go, listen, this next one, if you're not sitting down, sit down. 5 magicians walked past my restaurant, didn't buy any food. The chef came out to calm me down. He said, don't worry, those are not the druids you're cooking for.
Oh, dear.
Come on now. Doctor, I feel like I've been kidnapped and taken to an alien planet. Hold on a minute, you're not my doctor. So I was smoking. Is my time finished, Anna?
Yes.
Phew. I'm so sorry. Have a great show, the rest of you.
Yay.
Don't do what I did.
Brilliant. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
That's very cool. That he's doing sort of at work. You're at work, Delboy. That's really cool.
Yeah.
It's and that's the thing with online gigs. I think we could be a bit more adventurous where we can do them as well sometimes. In the park, I've done in the park. I think the weirdest place I've done non-online, apart from being, it was actually, one of them was on a street. I was just walking down the street. And I think the weirdest place was actually outside of men's toilets. It was very strange. I may have looked uncomfortable doing a gig. It was more about not nerves or anything, just the fact that all I could smell was piss. A lot of piss. I have to say, it was a men's toilet in a WA, Weatherspoons. So that made it better. I probably looked a bit weird standing there with my phone looking like a perv. Gigs in different areas. Thank you, Deb, for come out to do that. He's sort of gone to work, which is fantastic. Always nice when we do that. So, how are we feeling? We've had a nice little warm up. So let's go for our next act. She's fantastic. Good to have her back. So have a round of applause in the Zoom room for our next act. Is she ready? She's looking ready for Tara Kilbridge. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Yay! Round of applause. Thank you, Anna, and thanks for pumping so much energy into the room, wherever you are, our first comedian. So it's good to be here. Thanks for having me back. You folks are in good hands tonight. I am a former therapist.
Hey.
That's right. I used to work in mental health. Now I just work with comedians. I figure, why switch gears now? Yeah. I am doing my own work, because at the end of the day, it's my job to heal myself. So I'm seeing a therapist, but I've had a lot of diagnoses over the years. At first, they told me that I had a superiority complex, but obviously you know what I'm talking about more than they do. And then one therapist had the audacity to tell me that I was an avoidant. So naturally, I blocked her number. And then after that, they finally settled on an adjustment disorder, which I don't know about you, but kind of hard to get used to. Like, I just, I don't like change. You know, I couldn't hang with it. This is for the first comedian. If he's not still listening, but this is in honor of his brilliant memory he started. Hey, why was the pig late for the party?
Don't know.
Why, Tara? He was baking a cake.
Hey.
Hey. Yeah. I'm a very difficult person to forget because I have a badass last name. I don't know if you can see below, but my last name is badass. And I actually messed it up a little bit. My last name is Kilbride.
Ah.
I come from a long line of strong, independent Kilbride women, which is actually Gaelic for violently opposes marriage. I came into the world an only child, or as my mom likes to say, a surprise gift from God. Processing that one. We didn't have a lot of money growing up. So you know how some kids play with dolls and toys? My little cousin played with toothbrushes. Got really gross when it was time to make him kiss. But you can't really blame him because kids, what they do is that they mimic through play the relationships they see in the home. In our case, those toothbrushes were disposable. Yeah. So I quit drinking. That's when people usually cheer. I love doing that joke because when I do that in the States, people cheer right away. And when I do that in Europe, people just go, why? So my first beer I ever tried was called Natural Ice, made in Wisconsin. Not to be confused with Unnatural Ice, also made in Wisconsin, also known as methamphetamines. Both very popular. You know, some people get drunk and they do karaoke, they flirt with their crush, they get more outgoing. Well, I used to get wasted and finish my taxes. People would be like, I didn't know I was so gregarious. I'm like, I didn't know I was such a lame ass. And organized. You know, I would create a spreadsheet of all the drunk texts I planned on sending throughout the night, make sure I didn't miss them, put out a wastebasket, and prepare the oven cleaner for the pizza that I was inevitably going to burn. I know a lot of you from the internet. That can be awkward. I'm pretty two-faced on the internet. Like on Facebook, I can't help it. I sometimes find myself typing like, my life is over. I'm having problems. And then on Instagram, I'll post cute picture, live your best life. So influencers love me and friends no longer want to talk to me. There was a time that my comedy page had 197 follows and 211 likes. Reverse that, 197 likes and 211 follows. That means that 13 people were like, I'm just going to see how this turns out. Will she freak out? Will she freak out? Every once in a while, if someone friends me and they have 97 friends, I'm like, something happened here. Like, they're definitely starting over. And then you see that all of their likes are pyramid schemes. You just gotta flag them under like the protein smoothie friend club. New comics ask all the time, what do you do when you bomb on a Zoom show? Like what do you do with that energy? I'm like, well, usually I can go home and like furiously write because I'm vibing from the energy of the other comics that did well that night. You know, it's like when your neighbors have sex. You're like, I can get something out of this. Too gross on that one? Okay. Someone friended me recently and Facebook asked me, do you want to send her a wave? I don't want to fucking send her a wave. Like, that's creepy as hell. Aside from the poke, that's like the second creepiest Facebook form of harassment. Like, I would never send this like woman a wave. No, I'd naturally send her an invitation to buy my smoothie protein. There was a big trial a couple days ago. Yesterday, as a matter of fact, they released the verdict. And I'm from Minneapolis. And so I had a lot of resonance for me. But regardless of where you stand on some of these social justice issues, you know, whether you're on the social justice side, you're more the conservative side, we got to band together at the real assholes here. The ones who say, I'm in the middle. Like, what the, yeah. And they have a fancy word for it in America. They're like, I'm a moderate liberal. I'm like, a moderate liberal is just, all I hear is I'm a political playboy. Like, I want all the benefits of social justice issues. I want to be the good guy, but only when it's convenient for me. Like, these are the assholes who say, you know what, I support LGBTQ. You know, the pretty ladies in the Pornhub videos. Not the ones with opinions. The pretty ladies that ask me if I'm feeling randy. As an introvert, I've been enjoying lockdown. I'm kind of scared for it to end because for me, I really like being by myself. I think it's great. I'm afraid that when lockdown ends, all the social events that I've been avoiding are going to sound fun again. Like, I'm afraid that a friend's going to be like, do you want to go to a baby shower? And I'd be like, yeah. Like, do you want to go to like a vegan retreat? Sure. After I go to a couple of baby showers and a vegan cleanse, I'm going to want to go back into lockdown. All right, I'll end there. Thanks, guys.
Fantastic, thank you. Yeah, I suppose for someone who's more introvert, the more things sort of like open up and people going out, yeah, it's probably going to be quite a shock. And you're a therapist, did you say? Counselor, therapist, cool, nice, good. It's I think it's such an important thing to sort of know that's around with mental health, obviously with what's going on. And so there's nice to have support. I mean, I think this could be one of the most popular jobs going around because counsellors, therapists will need to have a counsellor therapist for themselves. And so will the counsellor of the therapist of the, so it's going to sort of a ladder of different counsellors and therapists to help. I was quite excited to learn that Prince Harry has now got a job working with mental health. I think it's brilliant because I think he's a bit of a catch. So, yeah, no, I can imagine quite a few people calling him up and, suddenly just having things going on that they need to chat to him about. I can imagine calling him, be like, oh, hi, Harry, something's up with my toenail. It's been really sore. How long have you had this problem for? Well, as long as you've started the job. So, calling him, I will be one of those people. But no one shared his number out yet. So I'm still on the lookout for that. That was really fun, Tara, lovely. And let's have another round of applause in the Zoom room for our next act. Are we ready for Robert Orty? Lovely. Cool.
Hello. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for having me. I've been doing quite a few Zoom gigs of late, and if I'm honest, it hasn't been going too well. But I do have a little bit of advice. If you need to go to the toilet before you start your set, might be an idea to either turn your camera off or close your bathroom door. Otherwise, your call of nature could be on the internet. Talk about live streaming.
It's up to you.
Anyway, as far as gigs go, it was one of my better ones because everybody pissed themselves after me. Now, you may be wondering why I've opened with that, but I thought I'd better address the elephant in the room. I wish. Anyway, I'm from Gloucester, which is not a bad place. We've got a beautiful cathedral, which has a cake shop run by our most famous resident, Rose West. So I work at the Gloucester County Council as a custodian, and they recently made me a key worker. Thanks, but I'm not happy about it either. Because the reason I signed up for that job was to protect you from me. Because I'm unskilled, and as you can tell, I'm not very good under pressure. You wouldn't want me as a paramedic, firefighter, or God forbid, bomb disposal expert. The only reason I should be classed as a key worker is I'm the custodian who always loses his keys. At work, I'm described as funny, but on the verge of a breakdown. When I do comedy, I'm just described as on the verge of a breakdown. Now, I may not get many laughs, but at least people stick around till the end just in case I have a breakdown. But I wanted to talk to you about something that Anna mentioned earlier, which I have actually now done, and that is gone back to the gym, believe it or not. However, I have one anxiety about gyms, and that is exercise.
Mm.
It's not actually exercise. What it is, it's the changing rooms. Now, I cannot speak for the women here in the audience tonight because you won't let me into your changing rooms again. But as a male, I think we are very uncomfortable sharing a room with other naked men we don't know. I mean, if it's our friends, it's fine. It's hey! However, I do feel that, for example, there's somebody changing outside my locker. I don't really know what the correct protocol is. I don't know whether to wait for them to finish, go round them, or politely ask them to move out of the way, because I'm worried that this could cause some unnecessary embarrassment for both parties. A few weeks ago, there was an elderly man who was towel drying himself and he lost his footing. Every man in the room held his breath. Because if it had fallen, I don't think any of us would have attempted rescue for fear of being punched, propositioned, or had up for sexual harassment. But my main problem with gyms is, this elderly man, actually, he did something that kind of was even more disturbing. And I'm going to show you now, and I may shock you, but please bear with me. And I just want to say before I go on, this isn't real, by the way. It's not long enough. I'm talking about the hair. But anyway, he stood in front of the mirror. Bear in mind, he's not wearing a stitch. And he reaches for a hairdryer. He then reaches for a comb, but as I mentioned, he's not wearing a stitch. In front of the mirror. But that's not the worst thing about gym changing rooms. The worst thing is communal showers. Now, I appreciate we all have partners, current or potential, we like to keep our cleaners for, in the downstairs area. However, I do not feel comfortable about having a conversation with somebody who is lavering his loins in an open plan office and asking me if I watched last night's Panorama special on farmers and their infected meat. Anyway, that's been my time. I hope I haven't disturbed you too much. My name's been Robert Orty, and I probably won't be let back on again. Good night.
Yeah, Robert.
Thank you, Robert Orty. Lovely. Wow, interesting. Yes, very. I mean, what was it I said earlier? Anything but taking clothes off. I suppose, in a way, it's kind of adding, really, haven't you? But it's adding to yourselves. Maybe if anyone has got situations like that, maybe sort of don't go swimming straight away, sort it out. Unless that's part of the swimming suit. Yeah, that's nice. Yoga. I know what you mean with the changing rooms. Not in the sense that I'm seeing as much hair as possibly you have, but I used to do yoga, and I love the whole yoga process, Bikram yoga, and you feel really calm and very relaxed, and then you get out and you go in the changing rooms and it's just stressful again. It's so stressful and packed. So I know what you mean in that way. Lovely. I've never seen so many pubes in my life. Good.
This wasn't my real ones.
It wasn't. There was pube extensions. There we go. Pube extensions. Brilliant. So let's have a nice warm round of applause. Thank you for that, Robert. For our next act, so nice warm applause in the Zoom room for Charlie Barnes. Whoop, whoop.
Hello.
Oh.
Everyone's doing all right?
Yeah.
Now, before I start, I would like to take a moment to pay tribute to those who, in these troubled times, have seen their livelihoods affected. like Marilyn Manson tributes. A friend of mine is a key worker. Yeah, he manages Timpsons. Even with the theme of tonight, the weirdest gig I've ever done was at a nudist colony. I gotta tell you, I haven't seen so many cocks and twats in one night since I last tuned into Question Time. Gotta tell you, if you are gonna do comedy naked, make sure the room's warm. I'm gonna say it was cold, but by the end, my dick looked like a fucking icicle. Now, I am a hat person. Easy thing to miss, I know. One thing I've noticed with hat people is that if you see somebody wearing a hat, apparently it's okay to either yank it off them or not just ask, beg and plead to wear it. I mean, oh, please let me wear it. It's such a nice hat. Go on, please go and try it on. Oh, oh, please. I have found out the hard way that the same exact rule does not apply to women's bras. Double standards, eh? What can you do? Why, hello there, my dear. Oh, why, that is a lovely pair of knickers you're wearing. Would you mind ever so much if I tried them on? Oh, they will go very well with my collection. Oh, I don't care that they haven't been washed. Got a few people wearing glasses. Now, have you ever noticed when you let somebody wear your glasses, they always say the same damn thing, don't they? Oh, wow, your eyesight's bad. Nothing gets past you, does it? You sit in people's wheelchairs and go, oh, mate, you are slow. All right. Anyone here from Bristol? Okay. Anyone been to Bristol lately?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, good news. They have
Not for ages.
After years of debating, arguing, chin wagging, and thumb drag, they finally changed the name of the Colston Hall to the Bristol Beacon. I was like, well, it's named after somebody who did terrible things, was an awful man who committed terrible crimes throughout history, is a historical monster. Yeah, I got 2 words for you, pal. Savile Row. I recently took a trip to Blackpool Pleasure Beach. I went to the fairground. I won a goldfish and a coconut, or as Boris Johnson calls it, lunch. You meet some funny people in this game, pun intended. One person I met was Priti Patel's gynecologist. And he told me the first time he took a peek up there, he shouted up, "Fuck me, there's just no end to this cunt." You know what I'd really love to see, man? Can you imagine Priti Patel and Diane Abbott going on Countdown? Oh, blimey. Can you imagine those two on the numbers game? And what kind of a name is Priti Patel? Sounds like a rejected Bond girl name. Hi, I'm Priti. Well, of course you are. Priti Patel. I must be dreaming. I went to Dublin recently, and I came to town. There was this building on fire. There was debris everywhere. The chaos. I asked one of the locals, "Oh my God, what was this? The IRA?" And he said, "Oh, don't worry about it, pal. It's just a gender reveal party." Now, 'tis the job of every comedian to know where to draw the line. I sure do. So I went on a date recently. It went all right until she started trying to chat me up about communism. I can't believe I missed all the red flags. Has any of you ever done that thing where you're having a drink and then somebody makes you laugh and then liquid comes shooting out your nose like that? Great advice. Never ever tell a joke whilst in the middle of oral sex. And that's how I met your mother. So I was in Amateur Dramatics before all this went down, and this year's pantomime providing it happens, is Sleeping Beauty. The good news is the prince is not named Andrew. We do a lot of musicals, and I remember the first musical we did. The MD got us together, and he's all right. Now I want all of you to change keys. I got the shock of my life because last time somebody told me to change keys, I was at a swingers party. But it's a shame to say that my comedy nights seem to go the same way as my romantic engagements. I've got to go, lad. My 5 minutes is almost up. So I want to leave you with some great words I was given over the years. People who live in glass houses should change estate agents. Thank you very much.
Great. Kind of fun. Fantastic. I like the way you know where to draw the line. That's a very cool way of drawing the line. I like that.
What line? What line? You pissed on the line. He's so far from the line. Borderline bullshit. Don't let me catch this guy on the road. Borderline, you know.
I was thinking more of the sniffing the line he was doing. That was all. There's a different kind of lads. Hi, Manuel. Good to see you. So let's carry on with our next act. He's looking very ready. Fantastic. Lovely to have him back. So nice round of applause in the Zoom room for John Keefe. Woo!
Thank you, Ada. You almost got my surname right. You forgot the
Almost.
central part, but
Sorry.
that's okay. Maybe there's an Udemy course you could get on surnames. I think that would be in your future. I'm only kidding. So I think gyms are kind of like exes. Yeah, one of those kind of jokes. I think gyms are kind of like exes. Because if it doesn't work out, you wonder if you could have done more. You might even consider giving it another go. But deep down, you know that even if it starts with a lot of physical activity, soon you'll be back on your couch eating Chinese and crying. That's a win, I think. I'm happy enough with that. It's good to see everybody. It's good to see everyone on Zoom. I quit drinking as well, Tara, much like yourself. Maybe you can appreciate this. The biggest fallacy when you quit drinking is you think you're going to have all this. You're going to have so much better. You actually fucking feel worse because you're conscious 100% of the time. Which just reminds you of how fucking lazy and useless you truly are. And you actually feel every ache in your body because you're always sober, and they hang around like a bad tenant. And I didn't realize this, but the poison I was drinking was actually the medicine I needed to survive around 80% of humanity. Because drinking is kind of like earplugs for life. It blocks out all the annoying shit. And sobriety really is bad because now when I get punched in the face, I can actually feel it. I do not recommend. No one wants to hang out with you as much as well because you're not fun anymore. You know, they all complained when you drank, but then they don't want, you know, because you're trying to be a regular person. Like gone are the days you'd smash all the glasses in your house to see if you'd wake up the neighbors. Gone are the days you might wake up on a strange couch on top of your lawn. Or gone are the days you might challenge a stranger to fight in a shed to see who is king of that shed. I mean, we've all been there, right? We've all been there. I mean, I can see clearly now, and I don't like it. I haven't had to apologize in 2 years. Do you know what that's like? I was world class at apologies. It was the only thing I truly excelled at outside of writing awful poetry as a teenager. That might be number one. My main regret now is not having regrets. They were fun. I feel like I've lost an old friend who I never met but sounded amazing. Blackout John. A rascal. He was always the center of attention, that guy. People come up to me, did you hear what happened last night? And I've been, no, but I bet it's a great fucking story. Oh, what? I love that guy. I'm trying to have more interesting conversations these days, which is a weird thing to tell a bunch of people. But, you know, trying to ask penetrating questions. The other day I was with my girlfriend and a few friends, and I said, who among us do you think would be most likely to, I don't know, kill someone? And they all looked around and kind of went, well, you, John. And I was like, really? Do you really think I could kill someone? They're like, yeah, you're quite implosive. You could snap. And I was like, I don't know. Do you think I'd get away with it? I might leave some fingerprints. And they were like, yeah, but you fixed it, so you'd probably cover it up pretty well. I was pretty flattered they thought so highly of me. Not everyone could do that. You know, I am calculating and I do have a lot of time on my hands. So there is that. But then we said, like, who'd be the next most likely? And they said, your girlfriend. And I was like, this just gets better and better. I'm always looking for new activities with her. I just never considered homicide. Sounds crazy, but there's a lot of benefits. You can do it indoors or outdoors, really. A lot of you can keep it cheap, and it's also intensely bonding. You know, that felonious secret. You'd really need each other after that, and that's commitment. Then it occurred to me, though, what if one of us killed the other? That was less fun to consider. I'm a bit paranoid now whenever she's... Okay, that bit kind of died a little bit, didn't it? That kind of started out really well. And then it's just... then by the end, everyone's taking notes for the police. They're like, okay, time and date. Okay, let me finish on this. I don't know if this is funny. You can tell me. I saw an Irish woman in Australia made headlines. She gave birth in a cycle lane. Thought it was a strange place. What are the benefits of having a birth in a cycle lane? I've heard of birthing pools. I suppose if it's a girl, you can always call her Ruth. And oh, I know, right? I know. And if it's a boy, you could call him Hard Shoulder. Kind of makes sense. It kind of makes sense. Turns out, here's what's upsetting about it. Turns out she actually gave birth in the car. She just pulled over into the cycle lane. How fucking disappointing is that? She gave birth in the car while frustrating cyclists who were trying to get to their jobs. But she did have a boy, so I think they should call him Handbrake. And that should be the end of it. All right, that's all for me, guys. Thanks for being wonderful. As always, Frenzy. Much appreciated.
Lovely. Fantastic. Brilliant. Wow, Hard Shoulder. I like that. Yeah, there's a lot of names going out there, isn't it? Like, and people kind of keeping it current. I don't know, some people are naming now their children from the pandemic, COVID, coronavirus, Wi-Fi. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't like to. Anyway, that was really cool. And so, yeah, and the novelty of going out. So it's kind of, you were sort of talking about chatting, socializing, meeting people. I think the novelty of going out with the lockdown being lifted, that might sort of run dry very soon. I think people for the next couple of weeks might be like, yeah, it's great. Let's chat with people. And I think quite soon it will get to the point when they don't want to chat and want to go back into lockdown. I did have a joke there, but it wasn't really. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Let's carry on. That was really nice, John. Let's bring on our next act. So for our next act, the Anna Doors.
Oh, was that me now? Oh, hello. All right, well, I've had a lovely night. You're all very good. It's a shame you've got to have me now. Now, it's funny because my name's Leanna, if you haven't seen me before. Oh, sorry, just pressed on my piano by mistake there. Yeah, I'm a singer and a mum and a cleaner, do lots of jobs. But anyway, I've stuck my kids upstairs so they're quiet. I bought them an online karate tuition. I paid 50 quid for them to kick the shit out of each other in the bedroom. But never mind. But now, what you were saying before... I wanted to call you Joe then, Anna. What you were saying before about the queuing, it's funny you say that because I was one of those people, you know, those really annoying people. I queued up to Primark from 3 a.m. I wanted to be one of the first in there. I was so excited and I went to camp on the pavement. But unfortunately, policemen moved me on at 5 a.m. I mean, how was I to know camper vans aren't allowed on the pavement? I didn't know that, did I? Anyway, that one wasn't good, but never mind. You know, what can you do? I've been trying to do a bit of busking, you know, because I've not been able to do my club singing, but I only got 75p in a red fruit pastel the other day, so it wasn't really worth it. But no, it's all right coming out of lockdown, you know. I thought I'm going to make a bit of an effort. I've still made an effort with my sparkling like I have, you know, all the way through. But I thought I'd have a shave, you know. I don't know about you girls, but I've not really shaved since before lockdown, you see. So I threw the razor away and went in there with a strimmer. There was so much down, you know, down there. It was like an Amazon rainforest. Then I had to get a size for the side bits. And no, honestly, it was so thick. I half expected to see a sloth hanging down there on the trees, wasn't it? Or what's his name? Bear Grylls canoeing up my food. That would have been nice. Oh, wait, it's delayed on here. It's quite good. If you wait a minute, it quite works here. Now, actually, course, we know each other really well, you know, because I've known you now for about, you know, a minute. You know, I've had sex for 3 years. My husband, he just gets tired. He sits on the couch all the time watching football. But, you know, but it's all right because I used to be an Ann Summers rep, you see. So I'd go to the poor party, have a pina colada, a plastic penis on the way home, or when I got home. But anyway, but I thought I'd make a bit of an effort. So, you know, I tell you what I did have the other day. I had that injection. I tell you what, we queued right outside, because I'm from Brummie, you might notice, but I'm in Brighton now. Queued right up round a race course. And you know those queues like at fairgrounds, you know, when you like a zigzag, all this massive long queue, I felt like I was going to get, you know, to a ride at the end. And all I did was get stabbed by a little prick. But I'm used to that, so it was all right. But then I had side effects. I don't know, has anyone had it here, or am I the only one that's old? You're all really young, aren't you? Well, anyway, I had these side effects in the night. I had the shivers and the sweats all night. It was awful. I tell you what, it reminded me of that thing we used to get. Do you remember? It was called flu. It was a bit like that, but it reminded me of when back in Brum, I dropped a knee in Battery Park in circa 1993. Anyway, so that was my injection. But anyway, what I've got to tell you, because again, we're such good friends now, I've not got long left, but I'm going to just bash out a bit of a song. It's absolutely crap, so you don't have to laugh. But yeah, I'm on the menopause now, you know, because I know you so well. Yeah, I've got no ovaries left. The egg train has chugged out to the station. I've kissed my last sperm. The eggs have cracked. The fertile fledgling egg, you get the idea. And I'm absolutely fine, except that I get a little bit angry, you know. It's like part of it, you know, like I get a bit mad all the time. So I've written this, but I don't know how much of it I'll do, but I'll try it, really. A bit of a musical interlude, if you like. I'm in virtual Barbados. Cheeks a hot red flush. My boobs are headed southwest. My brain has turned to mush. Mind you, it was always mush anyway. But the worst bit is, I get angry, I get crazy. Every little thing drives me wild. If you shove into me trolley in Aldi, I'm a ranting, screaming child. I'm a volcanic. I'll wait for you to catch up. Hot love. I'm a sweating hot red mess. But if you tell me to be kind, then I'll lose me fucking mind. Because now the blood has left the hunt, I can really be a total cunt. Stay out of my way, really. Can't sleep, all I do is eat. But don't worry, our friendship is ace. It's only if you eat crisps loud, I might punch you in the face. Can't help it, it's just the little things, you know what I mean? I get angry, I get crazy, every little thing drives me wild. If you take your pocket space in Lidl's, I'm a ranting, screaming child. I'm a volcanic hot lava, I'm a sweating hot red. Easy wind, and if you tell me to be kind, then I'll lose my fucking mind. Because now the blood has left the hunt, I can really be a total cunt. Because now the ovaries, I can't find the note because I'm crap anyway, are never coming back. I can really be a total twat. You've been lovely. You're all now. Thanks, Claire. Thanks for having me.
Brilliant. Yeah, menopause, isn't it? I mean, I'm a bit worried, like this whole menopause thing. Where is it going to get to the point? Well, I'm not going for it, but I feel like if they keep with these thermometers, keep sort of using them in places, that's probably the way I will find out I've got menopause. You know, sort of in a public place, that will be it. So that's my fear of having thermometers out there. Hopefully they would be on using them. That was really nice, very musical. I wish I was musical. I'm not at all. I did try and teach myself the guitar at one point, but no. Let's be honest, the most musical I've been is snapping a G-string. trying to do things. It's a lot of fun though. Good. So let's have our final act. It's been a really nice, intimate evening tonight. To try the materials, lovely.
Lovely.
So let's have our final act. How are we feeling in the Zoom room? We're there, halfway there. Okay, cool. Let's keep it going. A nice round of applause. Who's in the Zoom room for our next act? Kelly Edgar.
Woo!
Hello. It's this is new material night. Like I still haven't finished writing it down, so sorry, but here we go. But yeah, I know everything's opening up again, and everyone's going to go out with their friends and that. But it's better thought for me because I'm all alone in the world because I just moved far away, back up north where my family are after a long time away, and I'm got that's not a joke. That's just yeah, I'm back up north, and I don't really know anyone. I used to live in London. I was married, but it was like a really shit marriage. Like it was never going to work. It was a really weird relationship. He was really well off, really posh. It was like that Pulp song. Is it Common People? Only like he was from Cyprus and he had a thirst for crack. So it didn't really work out. But so we separated. But I got the dog and he got arrested. So but it's just like I'm trying to start again, and a divorce these days costs £550. And it's really hard when you're just trying to get the money together, especially now. A lot of work's dried up. So, but I've done it. Like over lockdown 1, I worked really hard and I scrimped and I saved and I got together £550. So I got a tattoo. Woo! It's a gorilla. Yeah, fuck that guy. So yeah, I really like tattoos. The other thing that's been hard moving back up north is I've been away 20 years and have managed to not let my mum see a single tattoo. I am quite heavily tattooed and it has been very difficult. So I just have to wear a onesie all the way up when I go home. And I got away with it. And then just in the summer last year, it was just too much. It was just too hot. And I just sort of went, okay, Mum, do you want to see something? So she's over it, but she's also not dementia, but she's a little bit forgetful. So I can keep getting them now and just convince her that I haven't. It's like, I'm gaslighting me, mum. And the next tattoo I really want to get, like I want to get this covered up. I want to get it. So I think the more that you get, the more sort of extreme you're willing to go, or the less extreme things appear to you. What I want to get is this arm sort of blacked out. And I've been researching it quite a lot, and there's a group of guys that are really good at this. They specialize in this kind of stuff, but they've got a sideline in a more extreme version of that. That's not what I want, but it was interesting to learn about. So they're called the Brutal Black Project. And what they do is, obviously this is something, it's more of a ritual experience, like some of the quotes. What they do is they prioritize pain over aesthetics. The whole process is a fuck you to the soulless corporate tattoo culture. They do it as fast as possible, and they'll only work 2 at a time. And they'll only stop if you need to cry or be sick. Fantastic. They do what they do, they'll also play like really loud metal music and they'll shout at you. One of them's from Glasgow, one of them's Italian, so you'll just get insults in stereo. I've seen a whip in some of the videos, so I just think it's a really cool idea, and I just think that is the kind of energy that would make the TV show Tattoo Fixers worth watching. I don't know if you know this show, but basically it's people come in with crap faded tattoos that could be lasered off in a matter of minutes, but let's not go there. They come in and they say, look, I've made a bad decision, and I'm here to help you mediocre tattoo artists to make another one now. And that's what they do. They sort of come in with a shit tattoo and they leave with a bigger shit tattoo. But can you imagine if they had these guys on? I think people would really learn their lesson. Like you come in, like a girl will come in, she's go, oh look, I got this devil on my hip when I was a teenager. I'm so embarrassed. what do you think you could do? And one of them will go, well, what I like to do is just draw a flower on it. Okay, what would you like to do? Well, what I would suggest is a little skull. Okay, what about you, Vittorio? Well, what I think is we can pin you down, get the pig destroyer on, or just black out the whole fucking leg and call you a cunt for an hour. Deal. Or like, here's Dave. He's one of those idiots who got the little mustache tattoo in the. Sort of, remember those? Idiot. Yeah. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna laser it off? No, that'd only take seconds. How about we draw a skull on it? No. What about what was it? Skull or a flower? No. Or if you can hang on here, I'll make a call. I'll get a guy down. We can just chop that fucker off for you now. What do you say? That's that is a thing they do, but I probably shouldn't talk about that. But yeah, like, I don't know. I wouldn't be on a TV show like that. But a lot of my family have been on TV shows. My dad, really proud of this. My dad was actually on Bullseye in 1986. They won. It was amazing. One of my cousins was actually an original gladiator, but it's not Jet, so nobody gives a fuck. But I think if I was on any, how long have I got? I'm happy to start. How long have I got?
Got a minute.
A minute, all right. Yeah, so if I was on any show, I'd want to be on Only Connect, which is quite highbrow. Don't know if you've noticed. I'm not. One of the things that they do is you have to have like a really boring fact about yourself. Tenuous link to a celebrity is always good. And be like, oh, I once played chess with Giles Brandreth's niece or something like that. But I was trying to think, what would mine be? Like, how would they introduce me? And it'd have to be like, this is Kelly, and she was once an extra in a porno. Where she sat and looked on eating a bag of crisps. Or would it be, this is Kelly, who once did so much ketamine with former members of S Club 7 that she was sick into her own hands. Okay. But yeah, those are sad but true. Yeah.
We need
anyway,
names.
that's me. Thank you.
Fantastic, Kelly. Yes, round of applause. Brilliant. Yeah, that's good. That's interesting. When you mentioned extra in a porno,
it's called From Dusk Till Porn.
And eating crisps. Did they ask you to eat these crisps in a very kind of sort of seductive way? Was that kind of?
Well, what it was, they had expected a lot more people to turn up, so they provided lots of sandwiches and crisps, but there was only me and my friend turned up. So they said, look, we don't need you. Just go and eat these crisps.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So we did, but we were still in shot. So
that's great. I thought they were, eating the crisp characters was part of the role play in the porno. Oh,
I mean, it looked hot as fuck, honestly. Yeah.
That's different. Lovely. Tattoos. Fun things. I do like tattoos. I've got 5 of them. I know. Ooh, they're only little tattoos. And it's nice in the way I feel like I'm living the best of both worlds with their tattoos, because I can't see them. They're all behind me, which is great. So I forget I've got them, and then people are like, in the summer they're like, oh, you've got a tattoo here and then. I'm like, I do. Thanks for reminding me, which is quite fun. Tattoos are good. I actually got shouldn't be saying this. I got my first tattoo when I was 14. I know. The guy who gave me that tattoo in this place, he actually did get caught and arrested. Thankfully it was after he gave me my 5th tattoo. I was all right. I was quite happy. I got the ones I wanted. It's been a really nice, intimate night. Thank you for sort of tuning in from my audience as well. Thank you for our acts. So let's have a nice round of applause for our acts. So keep it going for each other. Thanks for the audience for watching. It's not an intimate night at Friends Eat Numitilla. We are back next week. It is our last show for the Numitilla Light for a while, so that's gonna be fun. So we'll be back next week for one more time at 7 o'clock. Until then, keep safe and enjoy the sunshine that's out there.